guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my second episode of my drama schools kind of thing that I'm doing. Today I'm going to talk about the drama schools themselves and the audition process that I have so far been through. So just what the audition is like and the way I feel about the school and, you know, just general atmospheric information. Figured that would be useful. Okay, let's start off. So I'm going to be talking about 6 schools, the 6 that I have previous experience of auditioning for, because I don't feel that I have enough experience to talk about any of the ones that I haven't auditioned for. That's not fair for me to make judgments that I don't know firsthand from. So today I'm going to talk about RADA, Lamda, Guildhall, Bristol Vic, Royal Welsh and the Royal Scottish, all of which I have auditioned for in the past or am doing so in the future. Okay, just disclaimer again, I am not giving advice, I am not giving anything of the sort. I am sharing my experiences of the drama world and the auditioning for drama schools and hoping that that resonates with other people and other people find that useful. I'm going to start off with the Royal Scottish. Now, the Royal Scottish is in Glasgow. It is a well-respected school. It is up the north, so you got to get I got a plane because I'm from the south, so I took a plane from Southampton to Glasgow and stayed there for a couple of days when I auditioned. I auditioned first year. I haven't auditioned again, and I don't intend to. The school wasn't for me personally. The atmosphere wasn't quite what I wanted, and that's a personal thing, nothing to do with the school, but it wasn't my thing. Now, the audition process for the Royal Scottish, you go in and you sit down and you wait to be called in. You go and do your audition and you do your 2 speeches. I think it's 2 speeches for that, your classical, contemporary, the usual. And then you wait, and then when they've done everybody for the day, they put a sheet of paper up with all the names of the people who have gotten through on it, and if your name is not on it, you unfortunately haven't gotten through to the second round of the day. So there's another half that you'd still stay for the day for. That was my experience. I didn't get a recall, it was first year. I stupidly wore tartan to my audition because I didn't even notice that I was wearing tartan until I got there, and I just sort of stood there. I was like, oh god, you know, you idiot. And yeah, so don't do what I did. If you're gonna go there, don't wear tartan. Don't be an absolute dick. Just don't. So that was my experience with the Royal Scottish. It's a lovely place, lovely building actually, right in the centre of Glasgow, so really easy to get to if you're there. Next, I'm going to be talking about the Royal Welsh. Now, the Royal Welsh I've only auditioned for once. I didn't audition last year, I auditioned first year, and I am auditioning again this year. My audition is in like 2-3 weeks, that's a little terrifying. The Royal Welsh is amazing. I love the Royal Welsh, it resonates with me very well. I love the people there, I love the atmosphere, and it's just really, really nice. The building is awesome though as well, by the way. The building is just like insane. So when you go into a big room, or I did, and you're all in there together, and then what happens is you're sort of in a thrust stage. So what happens is that the students, well not the students, all the people who come into audition, they line like that and the panels sit there. So you're kind of in a thrust stage environment and you perform in front of everybody. Now that terrifies me and I don't really like it, but I understand it. A friend of mine said basically, well maybe they're trying to see what you do when you're watching somebody. Are you looking for them? Are you trying to find what you do and don't like out of a performance so that you can use that yourself? Are you using the audience? Are you engaging an entire audience? And I didn't think about it like that. And now that I do, I kind of just like, yeah, no wonder they didn't want me. So it's a totally different experience. Can't remember if you get to talk to the panel or not. I don't think I did, because of course you're in a big room and everyone's all nervous and like questions in front of everyone else, and it weird. I did my speeches, and that you only do speeches, you don't sing as far as I know in the first round. And then I think you find out via email. Is it email for the I didn't write it down. I think you find out via email. I'm not entirely sure, so don't bank on that. But I do know that you do have a chance to warm up in the room with everyone. It's not like a lead one, you can just do what you want in your own time, or you can just sit there, do whatever you feel like doing. So yeah, the Royal Welsh. That was in Cardiff, by the way. I auditioned in Cardiff, not anywhere else in the country, so that's the experience of Cardiff. Next is Bristol Old Vic. Now, I again only auditioned for Bristol first year. I didn't audition last year, but I am auditioning this year. Oh, terrified. So what you do is you get to the Bristol Vic. It's a really lovely old building. You all wait together in one room. I think there is the option to go and use the common room to do a warm-up if you want to. I can't remember. I think that's what we got given the option for. Then what you do is you go in when it's your turn and you do your auditions. You do your 2 speeches and a song for your first round for this one. They like you to do, you have to do a song, so be prepared on that front. They were really lovely. I had a good natter to them. They were awesome there. I didn't get a recall. I wasn't surprised. It was first year and I was kind of shit, so but it was really lovely school, gorgeous atmosphere. It's very small and homely kind of a place. I think they only accept like 16 students a year, so it's a really small group, but it's supposed to be really nice like that, so I go with it. Next up is Guildhall. Now, Guildhall I auditioned for the last 2 years and I'm auditioning again this year. Guildhall is lovely. I love the atmosphere. I've got friends who go there and it's a cool school. So when you get there, you are all sort of waiting around and then you all go in and do a group warm-up together, which is led by students, which is awesome. And then you come back out and you wait your turn, you go in and do your speeches, but your speeches are done in front of your panel, but the panel is made up of previous students, so graduates of the school, which is awesome. I think that's kind of cool. It's different, it's cool. And I think that's awesome because you can ask them what their perspective of the school was like, how they found it, so it gives a big opportunity to ask good questions there. Next up is Lamda, which is a really cool school. I like Lamda. Lamda is in London, as well as Guildhall, by the way. Guildhall's London, brain. And Lamda's awesome because you can get there on the district line, so it's quite easy to get to. It's a little bit further out of London. It's West London, so it's a bit far out, but it's still good. And it's a really lovely school. It's a big old building. It's very like wooden. It's all wooden in the original bit of the building. And all of the students are amazingly lovely. You know, I was nattering to them for ages. We had a full-on like gossip natter because you sit in the common room to wait, so you just talk to all the current students and they're all like rehearsing and doing things, and that's kind of cool. Really lovely to see that atmosphere and actually be a part of it. So you wait, you get called in, you do your 2 pieces, you don't talk to that panel, you then go out and then you go and talk to another panel about you and your experiences and that. So it's 2 separate ones. It's really weird but really cool at the same time. I quite like that. I don't know why, but I do. It's different. You get an email from them. I forgot to mention on Guildhall, you get told on the day. They say it to you. They just say who's gotten through and they say the rest of you, I'm really sorry, but you know, sorry I forgot to put that in there. But with the Lamda, you get an email through and they kind of send you an attachment that you have to open. So you kind of click on the email, you're like, oh God, and then you click on the attachment, like, oh God, it's this double, oh God thing. It's really weird and annoying and like, but it's funny at the same time. So Lamda's cool, really lovely place. If you get recall, which I did for first year, you do a workshop, it's really awesome. Just enjoy it because you're basically getting a free workshop out of Lamda for it. And they're really awesome, you learn a lot, and it was really cool to be able to work with some of the teachers. Last but not least is RADA, my lovely RADA. Now, for those of you who don't know, I went to the RADA summer school 2 years running. I did 2013 and 2014. I love the school, I love the teachers, I love the way that they teach. It's a beautiful, beautiful school. So technically I'm like an ex-pupil maybe, but it's a really, really awesome school. I love it there so much, the atmosphere. Everyone says it's really like stern and cold, which they do seem from the outside, but when you really get in there and talk to them, everyone's like so open and so lovely there. I mean, I'm friends with a couple of the students who are there because they look after you. They're like your mentor, look after people on the summer school, which is really awesome because you get to ask them questions and they give you help, and they're really, really cool beans. So when you're going for RADA, you wait all together and then you get called in one by one. You do talk to the panel first for a little bit, which is really lovely. Then you do your speeches and then you come back and do the full talk. So it's very chilled at RADA. They're really, really lovely. And yeah, and then when you finish, you come out, you go home, and you wait and you get a lovely little letter in the post. I like getting letters, and a letter in the post from RADA is always like, I love it. So it's a really lovely place actually, RADA, and for me it's a little bit like home. I have so many friends that I wouldn't have if I hadn't gone to the summer schools, so they're like a little home, RADA. I love them to pieces. If anyone wants me to do a video on the summer school, let me know. I can always get some of my mates who were there as well and we can all have a good discussion. So that is my little video on the drama schools and how they kind of run the auditions from a first round perspective. I hope that has answered questions. If not, leave me comments, comment question, leave me questions down below about what else you want to know if I haven't answered something that you've wanted to know. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. I will be doing more videos on this. This is only a second episode. I put loads of bits and pieces and information about shows I'm doing and theatre on my Instagram and my Twitter, so follow those if you want more information, and I'll see you sometime through a lens very, very soon. Love you all, guys. Bye.